Today I am going to explain you a poem, A Photograph by Charlie Tolson. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went peddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands, and see the big girl, some 20 years or so. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera, a sweet face, my mother's, that was before I was born, and the sea, which appears to have changed less, was their terribly transient feet. Some 20, 30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. See, Betty and Dolly, she would say, and look how they dressed up for the beach. The sea holiday was her past. Mine is her laughter. Both weary with the labored edge of loss. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived, and of these circumstances there is nothing to say at all. Its silences. So the poem A Photograph, what we can understand, a photograph is something that captures a certain moments of someone's life, is not it? The person might change in course of time, but the memories last forever. It is a nostalgic. This poem is photograph is a symbol of nostalgia and remembrance. Photographs are actually beautiful force of nostalgia because each picture, no matter how candid and well framed, has a story to tell. So, A Photograph by Charlie Tolson is a tender piece of writing that revolves around the universal theme of loss and separations, actually. And its inevitable reality that a common led to mankind. Here in this poem, the poet's mother is no more, but the photograph makes her memories come alive, actually. Her mother's sweet face or her cousins, heavily dressed up for the beach, have all changed with the time. But the moment captured in the photograph still gives happiness to the poet's mother when she views it some 20 to 30 years later. So it is after, maybe when she has gone through that, it is 40 years, she may be 40 or 30 years, between 30 to 40 years. The poet reminisces that the sea holiday was the past of her mother, and for her, the laughter of her mother is past now. So, both the moment of life have been permanently drawn in the poet's mind with a feeling of eternal loss. Death now has overpowered the innocence of those moments and pleasure they treasure. The poet concludes the poem on a melancholy note with the comment that there is nothing to say or comment upon this said event. The silence seems to silence all the other thoughts. So, let us now discuss with the question answers. The first question: what is the word cardboard denotes in this poem? Why has this word been used? The cardboard here denotes a part of the frame, a hard, stiff and thick paper that keeps the photograph intact. Why had this word been used? It's ironical actually. It keeps the photograph of the 12-year-old girl safe. It can keep. But who herself was not permanent or terribly transient. So it's an irony, isn't it? Because she had died years ago. Question 2. What has the camera captured? The camera captures the pretty face and sweet smiles of poet's mother and her two cousins, Dolly and Betty, who were enjoying sea holidays. The three girls alive in this photograph. They were paddling. Do you know paddling means? They are walking in the water. Sea water, is that? So they are paddling and holding the hands of the poet's mother in their hands. Question 3. What has not changed over the years? Does this suggest something to you? The sea has not changed over the years. The vast sea remains unchanged, or less changed actually, after so many years. But human being suffers physical changes, is not it? With the passage of time. And all the girls standing at the beach have terribly transient, means temporary. Their existence is temporary. This suggests that nothing is permanent in this temporary world. All the things related to nature may exist. So, the poet suggests that, tells that all are transient. Question 4. The poet's mother laughed at the snapshot. What did this laugh indicate? The poet's mother laughed at the snapshot. Why she is laughing? She could not help laughing the moment she looked at a snapshot taken years back in the seashore. It reminded her cousins Betty and Dolly how funny they looked in those beach dress or clothes. This laugh indicates she was happy remembering her past. Question 5. What is the meaning of the line both way with the labored edge of loss? Both the poet's mother and poet suffers a sense of loss, is not it? Her mother lost her bright and happy days spent sea holidays years ago. And the poet lost the laughter of her mother. This is also the loss of the poet, is not it? Perhaps she will never see that smiling face and experience her laughter again in life. The irony of the situation is that the both of them struggle to bear the loss with tolerable ease. Question 6. What the circumstances refer here? The circumstances refer here to the death of the poet's mother. Question 7. The three stages depict here, three different phases. What are they? The three stages depict here the different phases of her mother's life. These are the child of the poet's mother, childhood of the poet's mother. And this time, what is he explained? That the period before the birth of the poet, when her mother is a child, means about to 12 years or so. And second phase, her middle age. It is about to 30 or 40 years of her age. The period during the childhood of the poet. By that time, the poet was a child. And third phase is the period after the death of the poet's mother. This left a chilling pall of silence that the death of her mother has left in the life of the poet. So, this is that of the period or that phase of her life. That's all. If you like my channel, please share, like and subscribe. Thank you.